everyone. Probably not as long of a lead in to make sure everybody gets into my Twitch before I start work, but I got a lot to do today. And I'm actually starting an hour earlier than I had anticipated. I had a work meeting this morning that I thought was going to take a bit longer, and when it wrapped up, I got so excited because I want to get to this and I got stuff to do, and I'm very excited. So yeah, I have a bunch of new changes. It seems like every stream is different. Every little one, I'm making some tweaks. I'm making it better. Hopefully, y'all are noticing. Um, Probably the number one thing you're gonna notice is the color is a little bit different behind me. I just kind of felt like changing it up. You change your hair, you change things. I don't know. I just thought that this color, this is my vibe today. So that's not a major change. That's not like news earth shattering or anything. But yeah, on top of that, so no, it wasn't yesterday. Oh my gosh, folks, time is like a wimey soup because I think I streamed yesterday. Maybe I streamed 2 days ago. Wow. Anyway, the last time I streamed, I was trying to figure out how to play music during my stream, and I had some of the folks in the chat helping me out, which was so nice and so fantastic. It wasn't yesterday. It was 2 days ago, because yesterday I spent the majority of the day working on my stream, and I had mentioned then I think I knew what the problem was. The problem is I am a Mac user, and also I started my setup on Streamlabs. And I think the combination of the two was not, it was limiting the capabilities that I had on Twitch. So I spent all day yesterday basically moving everything over from Streamlabs to OBS. And oh my gosh, like I had so much fun setting everything up yesterday. I think that I fixed the music issue. So I'm super excited because I have music on all the time. In like my regular life, I have music on all the time. If I'm watering the garden, if I'm feeding the chickens, if I'm walking the dogs, if I'm doing dishes, sometimes even while I'm watching TV, there's music on. Like it is on all the time. Even when I'm pooping, there's music. So to do these streams and not have music, it just felt not like it's not me. And then last stream I thought I had set it up properly, and then I was able to hear music, but no one else was. And so there was I was very self-aware that there were moments where I kind of wanted to like bob my head and like chill out to the music while I'm writing and then I realized that y'all can't hear the music, and so you're just gonna watch me doing, vibing to like silence. And so I just thought, again, I was very aware of it, and so I tamped that spirit down. Hopefully no longer, because now that I'm on OBS and I think I fixed the issue, hopefully everyone will be able to hear the music today. What? Actually, let me start the music and see. Let's see. Excuse me, I'm not trying to burp in your ear. Nope. There it is. Okay. Woo. That's something. Maybe when I get a lot more followers, y'all will learn about me. And maybe I will treat you all to like, I have this nice little microphone over here, and I can treat you all to what I normally sound like 24/7. My closest friends know that it's a very normal sound that happens quite a bit. All right, let's try this music. Let's try it. I have music on. I see that there is music in my stream. Hopefully someone out there can tell me if they hear it. But if not, that's fine. I think it's fine. I am like 99% sure that it's working. No music. Hold on. Let me turn it up. I've turned it down a lot. How's that? How's that? Is that better? Do y'all hear music? What if I turn it up real loud? That's not really loud, but it's louder. Goal. Okay. So here's what I need then. Oh, I love having people in my chat. By the way, hi. How's the sound in comparison to my voice? Is it too loud? Should I turn it down a bit? This is riveting stuff, folks. I know. While I'm waiting to hear that answer, yay, music. Okay, so what I have set up for today, here's the thing. I'm worried that maybe the music is loud and now you can't hear me. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, good. I wouldn't want the music to be too loud or overpowering, right? Like, the whole point of my stream is that people can focus and write. I just kind of want it in the background, you know, something to chill to, something so it's not just silence and hearing my burps and farts and clickety-clack of my typing. So I've spoken about this in previous like seminars that I've been to, previous, maybe even other podcasts I've been on. But Moby, if anybody knows who Moby is as like a music creator, Moby has a site, Moby Gratis, where all this music that he has created is free for streamers to use. And I just think, like, if that doesn't just jive with what I am all about, which is collaboration and doing what you can to help other creators, right? Like, it shouldn't be a competition. It should be that if I can do something to help you, let's do that. Like, if it costs me nothing to help you, why don't I do that? And so I just thought, man, I really want to not only it's not like it's supporting it, right? It's free. I mean, I guess I could give some money to Moby, but you know, spreading the word, letting people know that this site is available. The music is awesome. There's a whole bunch of options. I kind of am vibing with this like electronic industrial, that's the word I'm trying to think, kind of sound. So that's what I've plugged into the playlist for today. But there's all kinds of options. So Moby Gratis. The only thing... Uh-oh. You know what's interesting? I realize it now. So when I was using Streamlabs, I was able to set up like the video name and description before I started streaming. And I realized OBS didn't ask me for that. So I'll have to update it. But essentially, with Moby Gratis, the only thing they ask for is that you just credit Moby Gratis in your video, whether it's a hashtag in the description, and that's it. That's it. So anyway, wanted to share that out before we get started working. So, oh, wait. One more thing that I gotta update real quick. Let me see if I can do this before I share. So I've spent all this time yesterday updating my stream, and so you're gonna see here. Actually, I could share. Maybe I could share. I don't know. Oh no. Watch me panic for a minute, folks. I set up something. Here it is. Okay, I set up somewhere. Oh my gosh. Writing prompts. A writing prompt, anyway. To align with what I'm working on today. Oh no. How do I? Is it? Here we go. No, that's not mine. Okay. I'm trying to find the overlay. There it is. Okay. That I set up. I am a great streamer, folks. I'm good at this. Okay. I am not. I'm saying it so that I believe it. Here it is. All right. The writing prompt is try to make a weird dream make sense in a fantasy or sci-fi setting. All right. I'm updating this live. Normally I would not do this, but it is a brand new thing. So I did not think of it. Okay. Here we go. All right. Done. Save. Okay, so when I go to here, okay, this is my new screen that I was able to set up with OBS. And oh boy, everything's all over the place. Okay, so with OBS, I was able to set up this scrolling text, which is awesome. I just have to remember to update it every time I start a stream. And y'all know I'm probably not going to remember to do it every stream. Anyway, until I get really good at this. So, let me tell you about my dream. I'm going to go back over here real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I was a big fan of America's Next Top Model. And I watched the show over and over and over again and repeats. And I really, really loved that show. Yes, there was a recent thing that came out with like Tyra Banks and this whole documentary. But I mean, when I say recently, I think I watched it like, I don't know, it's probably been like 2 months, maybe more. I don't know. Time has flown. Time's weird. My life has been crazy, but it's been a while. It has not been recent. Why would Top Model be on my brain? I have no idea. But I had a dream last night that I was like a Filipino consultant to America's Next Top Models. And I was helping them learn to say a Tagalog word because they needed to use it in an audition. Now, in my dream, the Tagalog word was galaga, which in real life, to my knowledge, I even Googled it when I woke up, is not a Tagalog word at all. And I was being like Hermione from Harry Potter, like, it's galaga, not galaga, and like correcting everyone. And there was one very particular top model who was just dumb as bricks and could not get it. And I was getting so frustrated. And then all of a sudden, some thugs came in, like they came around the corner in a car and shot at us out of their window. And then a few top models were down. And then I woke up and I'm just like, what? What happened? And why was that in my brain? And then, of course, why did I make up a word that makes absolutely no sense? And I was just adamant that it was a Tagalog word. So, anyway, my writing prompt for today then, while I get to work and do my focus sessions, is try to make a weird, wild dream scenario make sense in a fantasy or sci-fi setting. So, there are a couple ways I could do this, right? It could be that those thugs were actually not thugs. I didn't see them. They could have been like a rival model gang. or maybe whatever they were auditioning for, I didn't know. I'm assuming it was like a play, but what if it was for something else, like a top secret mission, and this is all now being blamed as you know, thugs in the neighborhood, but really it's like a staged hit, maybe targeting me. I didn't feel like it was in my dream, but I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see where that could go. But that is my writing prompt for today. I have a few other things I want to share with you, but I learned from my stream 2 days ago that I just will start talking and then I'm not going to get focused. So I'm going to get focused and then, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed that dream, chat. So I'm going to get focused Oh, I don't even have my timer up. Wow, folks, I'm prepared today. Let me get my timer up. 40 minutes. Okay. 40 minutes. So, I'm going to get focused for 40 minutes. Am I going to do 40 minutes? I mean, I really liked that 2 days ago. That was a good, I think, but I said I was going to maybe mess around. Let's do 30. Let's do 30 minutes of focus. And then I have some planned things to discuss, some funny stories. I actually have some pictures to share, which will probably be conversation starters here. So, yeah, 30 minutes. Let's get over here. My timer is not showing because I need to show it somewhere. Oopsie. I'm a well-oiled machine, folks. Where is my timer? It's not showing up, right? Nobody's seeing my timer. I'm not seeing my timer. I should be able to see my timer. Application window. Application capture. There's my focus timer. What's happening? Are y'all seeing things move on my screen too? Is that just me? Alright, what if I do this? This is riveting, folks, I'm sure. I'm going to add yeah, it has to be what I did. The thing that I doed. Audio input. It's not browser. It's not a slideshow. Screen capture? Window capture. It's not showing anything. What? Oh no. Here we go. It's happening. Okay. Is that a what's nope. Hold on. Whoa, no. Oh, you redeemed Random Bean. All right. Okay. I don't know if you've been on the stream to know what this does. But I have a bag here of sugar-free jelly beans. They're sugar-free for a reason, and you can probably go watch through my prior streams. In here, I've actually been snacking on this here and there, and purposely not eating the licorice because A, I don't like them, and B, it leaves more chances when someone redeems the random bean that I will probably get a licorice. All right, ASMR here. Is it? I don't even know if it is. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm pulling out a random bean. I don't even know where my camera is, but I'm assuming y'all can see what color bean that is. I don't know. All right, here we go. Ooh, I hope I like it. Okay. It's not licorice. I don't even know what flavor that is. Y'all can maybe take a guess. But, I mean, it's fruity. Here's the thing, folks. When you're dealing with sugar-free, things probably aren't going to taste as accurate as they could taste. But when you eat sugar-free 24/7, you'll learn to not care. Thank you for redeeming. Oh, you think it was cotton candy? Do we have cotton? Was it pink? It might have been strawberry. Cotton candy. Yum. That was a good one. Okay. Um, guys, my timer. I want my timer to show. I'm gonna delete this source. I'm gonna add it real time while y'all are watching. Add new timer 2. Timer. Oh, okay, there we go. Are y'all seeing a timer on the screen? Are we seeing a timer on the screen? And it's big and it says 30. I'm just reshaping this. I have never actually done these updates in real time on the stream. This is interesting. Yep, thumbs up. All right, thank you so much. Thank you. What do I do with this? Whoa, that's not what I wanted. That's what I want. Okay. Okay, alright. I've never actually blocked anyone from my stream, and I get these random ones where it's like first time chat, and then they just put something really weird in there, and so I was trying to figure out how to do that. Okay, hey folks, my timer is in. I gotta focus. So we're gonna do 30-minute sprints. We're gonna do 30-minute sprints. And then after 30 minutes, I'm gonna share with you. What am I gonna share with you? I already talked to, oh. Yeah. Just a little teaser then for after 30 minutes of focus. But something came up yesterday with the new project that I'm gonna be working with some, or collaborating with some very exciting folks, and I have not yet talked about what that project is in great detail, although I haven't like hidden anything really. Anyway, for them I had to create a character and put in like an official art request and write up a whole thing for the character, and something came up yesterday which almost like derailed the entire thing in a very hilarious way. So I'll share about that after the 30 minutes of focus. I'm gonna get focused, so we are going to start this sprint, and I will see y'all after 30 minutes. I'll be in and out of chat though. no. And my timer just got bigger. What happened? Hold on. What happened? This is a professional production here. Haha. Okay, let's zip like that. Oh, wow, that was loud. So loud. Oh no. Okay, thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Got it. Now let me just make sure that that is across the board. I will make sure that that is. I don't think there's a timer. Oh, there should be a timer here, but it's not fixed. Okay. All right. Folks. All right. I also feel like I need to turn this down. Let's see. Let's see. Can you guys, can you hear me still over the music? Is the music a good volume? Okay. Yes. Great. Okay. Just the timer. I'm so sorry, everybody. That scared even me. I don't know why the timer was so loud. Okay. So time to chat now that I've had 30 minutes of focus. All right. I do think the 40 minutes of focus that I did last time is a better time block than 30 minutes. I'm finding that it's taking me about 5 to 10 minutes to just kind of get in the groove. Yeah, but that's okay. I'm going to stick with 30 minutes today. It's a bunch of 30 minutes. I might play around with other time scenarios, but for today, 30 minutes is good. All right, so I wanted to share with y'all a project that I am working on currently, with more to share in the coming weeks. I'm like, I don't even know where to start. I don't want to talk too much about the entire project. What I want to talk about is what I just did the last few days in order to start the project. That's kind of cutting off my head a little bit, isn't it? Okay, there we go. So I was asked to create a character where I will be writing from this character's perspective. And I mentioned on my last stream, I've been looking for a way to incorporate more of my Filipino roots. I've been looking for a way to write my grandma into something. And when this proposal came to me, I was very excited about it because it seemed to fit perfectly with telling a story from my grandma's perspective, but my grandma in a fantasy world. If my grandma were in a fantasy world, what would that be like? And so the picture that I'm sharing right now, there are 3 older, lovely ladies here. They actually look like the Powerpuff Girls now that I'm looking at it. Like if the Powerpuff Girls were Filipino old women. Hey, Geeky, how are you? So these are grandmas that I grew up with. The one in the pink is my grandma. And then the one in the green and the one in the blue, they are some of my other like cousins' grandmas. So when we were together as a family and as kids hanging out, the grandmas would always kind of bunch together and just hang out. So we have a few pictures of these lovely women. And so I just want to share a few pictures before I explain to you my character idea. Look at this woman. So my grandma, I mean, I don't know how much to share, but let's just say she had 13 children. Like, my family is huge. Those 13 children, one of them was my dad. Is my dad. And then his brothers and sisters. 13 kids. So imagine when those 13 kids grow up and they get married. Now there's a family of, 26 plus my grandma and grandpa. And then those people have children, and those people have children, and we have somehow managed to stay together. Totally Powerpuff energy, right? But we've managed to stay together, stay really close. We get together fairly often. I think it's starting to get a little harder now because some of the generation, my dad's generation, are retiring, and they can make their money go much further if they go into the Philippines and retire there. So it's getting harder now for us to get together as a large family. But just such a lovely, lovely woman. So in our family, she had the name Inang, which in Tagalog means mother. So she was the mother of our family. This is one of the more like older pictures before she passed. It's not like a big picture, sorry. But you know, her hair turned white. But she has this kind of air about her that when I got together with my husband, when we were dating, he used to joke that like our family, it's not like there's anything outwardly dangerous about them, but just knowing that you're walking into a Filipino family and that things can quietly get handled should they need to be. He was like, is there like a Filipino mafia? And if there is, your grandma is like the mom of the Filipino mafia. And I was like, that's kind of, I mean, I'm not saying that we are, but you know, that's not far. It's not wrong. She had some vibes about her, and she could handle stuff. I mean, she was just this cute, sweet little old lady. But she could get shit handled. So anyway, I thought, how awesome would it be to have a character that has, you know, I can kind of lean into my Filipino or / you know, Asian Pacific Islander roots, because I don't see that a lot in D&D, in gaming, and so I want to represent that. And I created a character in my world. I call her Mama June. And those who have played in my world may have encountered her. It's Mama June, and she has a magic shop, and she is known for having what's called charming chickens. They are chickens of various colors. Purple chickens, pink chickens, teal chickens. Thanks, Geeky. Yeah, it's hard. It's a hard line to ride, because when it comes to representation and, you know, like cultural appropriation and all these things. I mean, luckily it is my culture, but how to best represent it so that I'm putting it in a good light, and I want others to be able to step into that and not feel like they are appropriating things. I want them to step in and experience and enjoy it. Anyway, so Mama June and her charming chickens was my magic shop, the magic shop in my world. And she had one particular chicken, Hank, who is her purple chicken. That's like her familiar, if you will. And the chickens were really just kind of a side thing about it. What was she really, her personality was, it didn't matter if you just came into her shop and she just met you, she's now your mom. And that means that if you're doing some stupid shit, she's going to knock you over the head with her slipper, her sandals. Sorry, I say slippers. She's going to knock you over the head with her sandals and make you change your mind until you make the right decision, because that's what she does. So I just thought she was a great character, and I loved having her in my world. Well, anyway, now that I have an opportunity to bring her to a wider world, I submitted Mama June and created a bunch of descriptions and just information on her. And then last night the feedback came back, hey, I don't know if this was intentional, but did you mean for her to come off like Mama June? Now, I've called her Mama June, but I spell it Jun, Mama June. And when they asked me if I meant for her to come off like Mama June, it was like the month, June. And I was like, who who's Mama June? Should I know who that is? And maybe y'all know who Mama June is, but oh, look at that. She's so sweet. I thought that was the last picture, but oh boy, my pictures are out of order. Hold on. Here we go. Honey Boo Boo. Who here has watched Honey Boo Boo? I did not. I actually, when it comes to reality TV, I have a hard time because it makes me so anxious for reality TV is all about the anxiety that they are imposing on people, and then like the train wreck that we get to watch as the audience. It makes me cringe to watch reality TV sometimes because I don't want to feel that anxiety. So I never watched Honey Boo Boo. I was never part of this craze, but apparently knew of the name but never watched it. Yeah, I had never watched this, but this is Mama June, June. And apparently on paper, when I describe my Mama June, and not having the Asian context because, there's no character art yet or anything, they were kind of like, not that I'm telling you not to. You can totally do Mama June, but just know that this is out here and people might mistake your Mama June for this Mama June. And I'm like, no. Like, I was just sitting there going, this would be terrible. This would be terrible. Oh, no, that's not what I want to show. So yeah, I just kind of sat there just like now. I'm sitting there with my head in my hands going, what do I do about this? She's been Mama June in my world. And I understand it's just a name change. It's just a name change. I can still have the character. But I don't know. I got used to, this is my Mama June. I mean, that wasn't even her real name, by the way. She has been a living character in my world. So I said, why don't I take it to my Twitch stream? Why don't maybe I'll make a poll. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that if you saw an Asian fantasy character, an old Asian grandma with the name Mama June, June, but yeah, she may have an attitude and she may try to like set you right and all these things, would you associate her with this Mama June? I was going to put out a poll. I figured, why not? And then worst case scenario, let's all come together for a new name. No, thank you. That was one of the consensus was probably people in our community didn't watch this, so they wouldn't automatically make that association. Thank you. Never seen the show. I've never seen the show. But the internet is the internet, right? So it's just something to think about. And I was going to bring it here and say, what do y'all think? What do we do? What do we do? And then someone else in the project said, what if we, like June, Jun, could be short for Juniper? So because the thing is in my world, like, people have asked, what's really her name? Is June her name, or is that like short for something? And I have never answered them because Mama June has a questionable past. She has a questionable family. She likes when people assume that maybe there is a mafia behind her. Like, she likes that. So she's purposely never set anyone straight or answered any of those questions. So I never really came up with a real name for her, just Mama June. There was no last name, there was no full name, none of that. And someone said, what if we just change her name to Juniper? And we can, inform the audience and clear up that, like, her name is Juniper, but she's Mama June. And I think just that little tweak, alongside the fact that there will probably be character art for her next to her name. So I'm really hoping the character art does a lot of the heavy lifting of, like, she ain't gonna look like this mama. So, anyway, I think all that to say, there's no poll. I'm interested in people's opinions. I would love to hear whether you would assume that she is connected at all to Mama June from Honey Boo Boo. Would love to hear that. Even if there's name suggestions, happy to hear them. But I think very quickly everyone on the project came up with great ideas, and I think we were able to handle it. So I'm not sure that I will change anything else at this point unless I hear something super awesome and crazy. Thank you. Excuse me, not trying to burp in your ear. So that's the story of Mama June. Oh yeah, and then back to some of these other pictures. Oh, boy, everything's all out of order. Folks, OBS, I'm figuring it out. It's cool. All right, so this is kind of the other reference image or inspiration for Mama June. If y'all have seen this woman, she was on the cover of Time magazine, I believe, and probably many, many other magazines. She goes by the name Wang Ode, and she is 106 years old, I believe, living in the Philippines, fully tatted up. She is known for doing these traditional, like, Filipino tribal tattoos. I want to take this journey someday. Apparently, she only tattoos you if you are Filipino or you are, like, married / associated, to someone who's Filipino. And so to get to her is a journey on its own. I would love to turn that into, like, an adventure. You can't just, like, drive a car to her house. You actually have to trek through, like, jungle and climb. If I remember correctly, like, there's, like, a ravine or, like, this huge kind of, like, gap of what's the word I'm thinking of? A gorge that you have to kind of, like, climb down and then climb back up to even get to her village. So it is an all-day trek to go see her. And then she doesn't, it's not like she's open for tattooing 24/7. You actually, a journey to Mama June. You have to take the trek and then kind of, like, announce your presence and what you would like. Hey, I'm here to see, not Mama June. I'm here to see Mama June. Will she please tattoo me today? And if Mama June's not up to it, she can just say, not today. And then you either have to make the choice to trek out of the village just to come back another day, or you have to choose to stay in the village another day and try again the next day. Hey, Mama, are you up for tattooing today? No? All right. I'll try again the next day. Like, it is a journey to get tattooed by Wang Ode, but it's on my bucket list. Let's just say that. And then she does the traditional tattoos of, like, the stick with, like, the little needle, and apparently it hurts like hell. So most people who go don't even get very big or long tattoos because you spend a lot of time just trying to get to see her at all anyway. And then when you get to see her, it's like, oh, this thing hurts like a son of a bitch. So anyway, that's another inspiration right here. So my Mama June will be tattooed from, like, neck to arms. Not that you will see it, and the meaning of those tattoos, never know. I mean, questionable past. So let's see. Did I have? Oh, and then I think I had. Here we go. Like, if she were going to be drawn as art, it would be something like this. But maybe, somehow we would have tattoos visible, like slightly visible under the collar. Yes, very cool, magical tattoos, of course. I mean, why else would you have to journey so far and have it hurt so much? It needs to mean something. So, yeah, I'm so excited for this project and to announce more about it. So, all right, that was a lot of talking, and now it's time to get back to work. I'm going to do another, yeah, I'm going to skip. Here we go. Okay, let's get back to this screen. Is my timer still there? Haha, yay, my timer's still there. Hey, Geeky, you haven't seen my new setup yet, I don't think. I don't know if you popped in before, but I got moved over to OBS, and now I have a scrolling writing prompt. Everything is awesome. All right, I'm gonna get focused again for another 30 minutes. That's hard, man. I like chatting. I'm gonna get focused. I'm gonna do some things. We're gonna come back in 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna share with you a new thing that I got over the weekend, and it's gonna change my life. It's gonna change your lives if you're watching my stream. So, 30 minutes focused. After that, I'm gonna share the new thing that I got. Beforehand, hold on. I'm gonna start this timer. Okay, the volume on the timer is down. So, what is happening to my timer? Why does it do that? Okay, OBS, mother F. Hold on. Did that happen to you guys? Did you just see the timer like shrink for no gosh darn reason? Okay. There we go. 30 minutes. And I turned down the volume because that rung my bell, literally. OBS be acting up like a fool. All right, let's go. 30 minutes. Focus time. Tell me what you're working on, folks. What am I working on? I have a little bit more day job to work up. And then I have, what do I have? Oh, I have some videos I need to schedule. But for right now, day job stuff. All right, focus, folks, focus. Let's go. Yikes. Was that still loud for anyone who is still here? Maybe it was just me. Oh no, where's all my things? Here we go. Okay. Hey everyone. All right, let me get back over to here. Hi, folks. We've had 2 30-minute focus sessions. It was not too loud. Thank you for the confirmation. The first go round, it was really loud. It is still really loud in my ear, but I think that's because that's my local computer I'm hearing and not the sound through OBS. But luckily, y'all, I've saved your ears. All right. So I had some things to share with you in between the focus sessions. One thing I'm going to tell you I'm noticing, I think I already said it, but the 30 minutes, not quite long enough. So after this stream, I think I'm going to go back to 40. I think that's the sweet spot for me. It feels weird. I feel like I'm just like leaving y'all hanging for an extra 10 minutes, but the whole purpose of this is to be focused together. So, I get distracted way too easily. Well, I do too. And the 30 minutes, I need more time to really get in the zone. So, all right, I have some things to share with you this little non-focus break. I should come up with some name for this, like, segment. Is it a segment? Break? Is it a break if I'm chatting with you? I'm still working, quote unquote, technically. I'm still on. I'm on screen. But I'm having a break with y'all. So, I have some things. I have a thing I want to share with you. So, I don't know if you can hear while I'm working, if you can hear Jones snoring. The last few times I've asked and people said no, and I think that's due to my mic. I have a good mic, a decent mic. I think it's filtering it out. And you might have heard him now, like this last thing. Oh God, can I do this? I'm going to move my computer so you can see him. Can you see him? This is dangerous and precarious. Do I do this? Okay. This feels dangerous. Okay, there's my chair. You can oh, my mic is in the way. You stupid mic. There's a body. That's Jones. It's dark over here. All right, wow. How was that? I really should get like an official webcam. That probably would have been a lot easier to just like pick up this little thing at the top of my screen and go bloop. But you might have heard him on mic because he's much closer to my microphone. Danger zone. For Mother's Day, my 2 sons and my husband got together and got me this swanky chair. Let me screen share real quick. Not that. That's Mama June. Let's see. Where are we? Here we go. This swanky chair. It is super comfy. It is super plush. And the arms, both sides, fold down if I want it to support the weight of something like Jones or like a cat. It could also be, for people like gamers and streamers who like to sit crisscross crapple sauce. Crisscross crapple sauce. That's it now, folks. When you sit like that, you need a chair like this. So anyway, I had put this on my wish list knowing my birthday was coming up and thought that would be awesome. And then Jones can be more on stream, and also, I mean, you guys haven't really seen him do this, but I should probably find a picture. In my other normal office chair, he would climb into my chair and then he would proceed like, it's hard, you can't see, but like my arm would be here. And then I'm trying to type. Camera. Here we go. Okay, my arms would be like this in the chair. This is horrible. This is great programming, folks. And then he would lay with his head on my arm, resting his head on my arm. So typing, I had to be like this, and I could never move my arm. But I love Jones, so what he wants, he gets. and I would rather sit in a very uncomfortable position and type with his head on my arm than to kick him off my lap. So all that to say that my family chipped in and got me this lovely chair for Mother's Day. Look at this. Look at how happy she looks. You can sit here with coffee and I can just have Jones right next to me. Like, come on. And then look, you can sit in all these different ways, which I'm not going to do because all I want is my dog to be on me. I'm not going to sit professionally with both arms up. Are you kidding me? I may have both arms down, but I don't know why I would do that. I'm not going to lay across it. Look at this. She's just draped across it. So the sole purpose of this chair is because I want my dog to be like here with me all the time. And also be able to work comfortably. So, let's see. I think I have... Oh, no, that's back to my grandma. Oh, no. Oh, no. Ah, no. Pictures. I think that's all the pictures. I'm just gonna scroll through. Why not? Because there's Honey Boo Boo. There's... Nope. It's just chairs. I thought... Let me just stop that. I thought that I had also loaded up the picture of Jones in my chair. I shared it on my socials yesterday. But the first time he was on the chair, he literally was like, yes, this is mine. So, and then throughout the day yesterday, he was experimenting. I think he was trying to figure out just what can I do with this chair. So he proceeded to lay on his back, like dead doggy style with his paws like this, and his head was lolled back and off the chair. And then he also proceeded to lay himself on my lap and put his head on my arm again, which I was able to scooch him, a little bit so that I could have the use of my arm. But he has experimented with this chair quite a bit since I started using it. And he's my little buddy. It's nice to have him right here. All right, let's see here. Geeky said, I am like, I need to write this thing, but 39 minutes later, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be writing. Geeky, that's why I do what I do. I'm on camera. I got it. I gotta write, or else I'm being watched at all times. I should probably look up the definition of voyeur. Is it that I like people to watch me? Because, I like people to watch me type and work. Nope. Just looked it up. Don't look it up. It's all about sexual stuff. Nope. I'm not a voyeur. This went into dangerous territory. All right. Well, yeah, boy, that derailed my brain. Okay. Let's see. I think that's good for a break. I definitely derailed myself. There's something for everyone, right? Hey, I'm not shaming anyone. But I was thinking it would be funny if I technically was a voyeur just because I like people watching me type. But I'm not, folks. Let's be clear. I am not. All right. I think it's a good time to get back into focus mode. This is so funny, folks. I'm keeping an eye. I've been keeping an eye on how long I stream. And when I can feel myself dip. And for some reason it's 2 hours, which is weird because when I do this in my server and I have no one really, really watching me, even though people could be watching me in my server, I'm usually working for like 4 hours, 4.5 hours, 5 hours. So the only thing I can think of is that the chatting in between is doing something to my brain and making it so that at the 2 hour mark, I feel like I can't create or I can't type. It could also be that when I normally start, like right now, it's kind of lunchtime. I'm kind of hungry. I don't think I'm going to be eating on stream. I love you all, and I'm letting you see me in my true form here. But that does not include spinach in my teeth and nom nom noises, because I think I might draw the line there. Is there a line where I can draw this? I'm not sure. I don't get embarrassed easily. But do I want video out there of me eating on stream? I don't think so. Oh, okay. Someone has redeemed dramatic reading. All right. This was fun yesterday, not yesterday. The other day. So dramatic reading, if you cash this in, I will read to you anything that I am working on in a very dramatic voice. For today's dramatic reading, since I have not been working on anything creative, I will read to you some of the email that I was writing when time came up, when focus time was over. Hi, Amy. Is this the information that you're looking for? Parentheses. See below. I've added her cell phone and emergency contact. Cell phone. Numbers I'm not going to say out loud because it is somebody's actual cell phone. Emergency contact is Steve. And here is Steve's contact information. I am a business manager and I am in charge of scheduling this. Thank you. Have a good day. I hope that was dramatic enough. Thank you for cashing that in. Someday I will actually be writing and working on something creative where the dramatic reading might have a little more punch. Dramatically reading an email I was typing up probably doesn't have as much flair. Hi, first-time chatter Zinhawk. I love writing, in particular scripts and maybe novels, but my concentration is really bad. Any advice? Also, do editors fix the grammar? Okay, well, all right, okay. This could be a longer answer, and I'm gonna kind of not give you, this is a can of worms. All right. Scripts and maybe novels. Awesome. I love script writing. I love writing. Your concentration is really bad. Any advice? Yes. My first advice, because I'm not going to justify myself. There's too many caveats. My first advice is to go find some writing podcasts and writing community. The writing podcast I always suggest to folks is Writing Excuses. They are short podcasts, 15 to 30 minutes long each, by 4 authors. Brandon Sanderson was attached. Hello! Brandon Sanderson was attached to the podcast before he got big and famous. So he is there in spirit. But he has passed it along to other folks. The authors that are attached are wonderful. They are awesome. And now they've actually branched out to people who do more than just fiction writing. So if you listen to the podcast, they talk a lot about their processes, and the 4 of them are very different from each other. So you will hear and learn about different ways to stay focused. And I suggest you try them all, even if you think that you're not that type of person. Hello, first-time chatters and everybody. Yeah, so what I mean by this, all my life, I have been a type A personality, planner, checklists, get things done. And so I thought when I started writing, like really writing, that I would be an outliner, a planner, if you will. And I kept trying, and I was like, ugh, this is like a slog, and it makes writing not fun, and I don't understand why. It wasn't until I started learning about people who are pantsers, or people who are what they call discovery writers. And so even though I thought, like, why would I even bother trying that? That doesn't seem like something I would enjoy. It wasn't until I started trying it that I realized, oh my gosh, this is the process that works for me. So all that to say, you really need to find your community, find podcasts, find resources online where they talk about their different processes of staying focused, and give them all a try, even if you don't think that it might work for you, because you'd be surprised and it will work for you. Just like these writing sprints, I have always been a person who I work very well alone. I stay motivated for a very long time. I can totally stay focused for a very long time. And I find that when I have people talking to me, that I can easily get distracted and I lose focus. So I thought that doing writing sprints online or in my Discord would just be a huge mess and it would not keep me focused. And yet, when I finally started trying them, I realized that yes, there's a break in focus when I'm chatting, but then it's almost like this well of energy that comes back, and then I can get focused again. So I am more focused over a longer period of time during the day combined than if I were to sit down by myself and try to focus and write without any of this chatting or release or community. So that is my advice. I hope that helps. Do editors fix grammar? They can. They can and they will, depending on the type of editor that you get. Well, when I say fix, here's the thing. They're not going to make the edit. Not the ones I have encountered, not the ones I have used. They will point out what they think are grammatical either errors or things that could be more clear, or did you mean this? Or in my example, in my case, I've talked about this before, I will add an S to the end of certain words. In the case of toward and towards, if you're going towards something, you could also be going towards something. And the towards with an S is British English versus American English. And am I from Britain? No. But I write with British English, that's my voice, if you will, when I write. And so my editor had asked me in the beginning, where are you from? Because if you're marketing this to America, you might want to switch to toward instead of towards. So editors will not fix things. They will point things out and give you something to think about. And it is up to you to decide, well, okay, that was good feedback, but I'm just going to push along with towards because I like it that way, or because this person is British, or, for whatever reason. It's still your choice. They're there to help you make the choices that will help you put your book in front of the audience that you want it. That's English, folks. I hope you get what I mean. They're there to help you. They're not there to fix it for you. They're there to point things out. All right, what did I miss in the chat? Nice read. Can't wait for the sequel. What was the... Wait. Are you talking about my dramatic reading? That's awesome. Yeah. Oh, yes. Gray with an E versus gray with an A. Yes. All things that it's just a choice. And does the meaning change? In that case, that is a very... that's a very small line to cross of what did you mean by this? Is it gray with an E or gray with an A? And why did you make that choice? All right, folks, that was a fun little detour, and I think maybe I needed that few extra minutes. All right, I am ready to get back into focus. So we are going to focus for 30 minutes. I'm going to finish this email without a dramatic voice, And after the 30 minutes, we'll come back. Now, I don't have anything else planned to share after this. I had a list and I kind of went through them because I thought I was only going to do this for 2 hours, but I have more time and I need to get more work done. So if there's any questions you have for me that you want me to tackle in the next break, I will do that. All right, everybody, we're going to focus for 30 minutes. Look at that. The time is there. It didn't get messed up. You've got to roll out. All right, thanks, Geeky. My throat closed up there for a minute. Geeky. All right, thank you for showing up. I will see you soon, Geeky. Let's see, Zinhawk, thank you so much. Great info. Also had no idea about toward being American and towards being British. Yeah, you know, there's a lot there. Okay, I'm gonna get sidetracked again. Let's not do this. We can talk more about that in the next break. 30 minutes, folks. We're gonna focus, and we're gonna focus together. All right, so we're gonna give this a try. I have this up on my screen. I have a writing prompt up there if you want to try the writing prompt, and I will see you in 30 minutes. Okay, everyone, time for a little break. There we go. Okay. I had been thinking about this. I want to dig deeper into talking about concentration. Unless there are viewers out there. I don't know why, but my tongue feels heavy after a while when I talk. It's like, well, I was going to say it's like a muscle. It is a muscle. Your tongue is a muscle, right? And when I work from home and I don't talk to people that much, I guess it's not, I don't know. Anyway, my tongue feels heavy right now and like I can't speak properly. It is driving me insane. All right. So Unless there are other questions out there, I do want to talk about concentration. Um, because I've kind of touched on this before in prior streams, but um, what's my process is not your process, is not the other person's process. And you can hear that and you can believe that. But it's really hard when you do go find other writing communities and the majority of them are all doing the same things, or it feels that way, right? For example, I am in a lot of different writing Discord servers tailored to writers and authors and all that. And in almost every single one of them, there is an area to report word count. I've talked about this. And word count is something that just doesn't work for me. It is not motivating. It is demoralizing, actually, for me, and kills my motivation. So I kind of have to take certain things with a grain of salt when I am in these servers, and they are all sharing how successful it is when they do this process and they're able to crank out 1,500 words in a 30-minute focus session, or, whatever it is. You begin to start feeling like when you're in these communities that if the things that they all say they are doing, if that doesn't work for you, well, then it must mean that I am not a good writer, or it must mean that something is wrong with me. Why can't I do what they are doing? And so I just want to make sure I'm careful when I am promoting things like this, writing sprints, that I don't want to come off as this is what is going to work for you. I'm only doing this because it works for me, and it helps to keep me either focused and or to feel like I am part of a community, because the writing that I do feels very different than fiction writing. I don't necessarily fit in when I'm talking about what I'm writing about when I'm talking to fiction writers, and the same thing with game designers. So for me, this is helpful because I get to craft my own community, and I also get to do what I've been doing for the rest of this year, the beginning of this year, that has helped me to stay focused, which is be on camera while I'm working. Now, many people do this. They have writing sprints, and maybe you're not the kind of person who can follow along with my writing sprint, but go check out many other streamers, because there's all different flavors of writing sprints, of creativity sprints. There's people who do, 25-minute focus sessions. There's people who do 50 minutes or longer. There are people who don't chat in between. There are people who do. There are people who show what they're working on, and there are people who don't. There's all kinds of flavors. And that's just one way of focusing, which is to body double or co-work, which is what we've been calling it here. To feel like you're in the same room with someone. There are so many other ways to do this. It doesn't have to be online with Twitch. It could be that you find yourself in a room with your significant other, and you just tell them, like, hey, put your headphones on. We're not talking. We're not, engaging with each other in any way. I just want to be in the same physical space with you and work for, however long, an hour, 2 hours. And try that, because sometimes the online physical presence isn't going to help you co-work, but a real live in-person presence may help you. There's also this, I don't want to say it's a misconception, but especially with these focus sprints, my tongue, with these focus sprints, it feels like maybe you should be focused for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes. But if you follow, one of my favorite authors to follow on her socials is Mary Robinette Kowal. She has talked a lot about what if you don't have 20 minutes to spare, or 30 minutes, or 50 minutes? Can you write with pockets of 5 minutes, of 10 minutes? It sounds like it sounds counterintuitive in that it probably wouldn't be useful, but it can be. And you can train your brain to write in pockets of 5 to 10 to 15 minutes. So maybe that is how long, if you can't find ways to focus longer than that, then maybe what you need to do is work within the system, your own system, and find ways to be productive in pockets of 15 minutes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else as far as, I mean, maybe I can find a few of the Writing Excuses episodes that talk about this, but they have talked about when it comes to focus, it's time to work. There are different things you can do to train your brain, and I'm not going to quote them properly. So please go find their episodes where you can hear them talk about it smartly. My brain is starting to go, so my language and everything is going out the window. But they talk about setting the mood. You can have a candle that you light, and you only light that candle when it's focus time. And eventually your brain will start to associate this smell with work time. And it will start to shift faster from chaos into work mode when it smells this smell. You can train your brain to do these things. You can have a ritual, if you will, that you perform. And I don't mean like, chanting. Maybe it could be fires and chanting before you focus. But what I mean is, Erin Roberts has said if she is traveling and she's in a hotel room, the easiest way for her to get set up to focus is she always has like a drink. I think it was Dr. Pepper and like a burger. And if she has that and that, then her brain is like, okay, we're going to eat this and we're going to focus. If she doesn't have those things, the focus goes out the window. So there are little rituals that you can have. Every time I work, what if I drink only this tea and associate this flavor with work time? What if it's your environment and your space, your physical environment? For me, clutter is very distracting, and also it takes away my motivation. When things are clean and tidy, I am more motivated to do the creative things instead of my brain going, oh God, I gotta do this and then this and my list of things to do before I can get creative. So tidy workspaces help, or it could be a color, gosh, if I just decorated this space in green, because green is my favorite color and it's calming, maybe it's that. It could be the temperature. It could be so many things about your environment that if you could just tweak the one little thing, maybe it's a change in environment. Look at what I did today, right? My streams have all been like a teal green color behind me. And today I was like, I just want to snazz it up a bit. And I just made this tiny little change and I like it. The second I, had to go to the bathroom and put it on, be right back, I come back and I walk in and it's like this little, what's the word I'm thinking of? Stim, if you will. It's a little stim of joy when I see this color today. So it gives me an instant boost of energy. So all that to say, there's so much tied into your concentration. Think about what is pulling your concentration. Why can you not concentrate? Because there will be times, no matter how hard you try, that you cannot concentrate. Oh my gosh, I have no money in my bank account, and what am I going to do for dinner? And all the stresses of life. There may be situations and days when you just can't concentrate, and that is okay. What's helpful though is for you to start being very self-aware of those moments. Track those moments. What are the days when concentration is hard? When are the days that concentration is hard? When are the days when concentration comes easy? Can I identify what made those days hard or easy so that I can start manufacturing more easy days? Or I can give myself a pass when I realize that it is a hard day. So I know you're probably not on in the chat anymore, but I hope you come back and hear this for the person who wanted to know more about concentration. There's I think if I now that I've had some time to think on that question, that was where I should have started, is to be more mindful of how your concentration is being impacted so that you can start manufacturing better concentration pockets. Yes, I like that. All right, I'm gonna get back to some focus. Guys, look at this. We're at a 3-hour session, powering through today. I think, at the 2-hour mark, my brain was kind of like, I don't know if we can do this. But I know I can do more than 2 hours. I know I can. So we're doing it, folks. We're doing it. I'm going to get back to focus. We're going to do this here. Back to here. 30 minutes. 30 minutes, and I will see you back. Oh, hey, you are listening. Sorry. Before I get back to focus. Thank you. I'm glad you heard that. I was worried that, you might have to come across it on the interwebs with algorithms and stuff, so I'm glad you got that. Check out Writing Excuses. I'm gonna plop it in my chat real quick. Excuses podcast. They also, if you ever go through my socials and follow along my journey, Writing Excuses gave me a scholarship to go to one of their writing retreats, and they offer this yearly. So all I gotta say about Writing Excuses is that if you need a helping hand, if you need guidance, if you need education, because I didn't have money to go back to college and learn how to write. I feel like going through the 20 plus seasons of Writing Excuses is a masterclass. Yes, could I go to college and learn more? Yes. I don't feel like I need to, and it is all thanks to Writing Excuses. So definitely check them out. I'm not being paid by them. I'm not owned by them. I just really love them. All right. Okay. Focus time. Focus. Here we go. 30 minutes. so weird how 30 minutes feels like it goes by so fast. And 40 minutes feels like an appropriate amount of time. Also, wow, folks, I am like oily or something. It's lovely to be on camera. It's lovely to be on camera. Okay. 30 minutes goes by so fast. That's crazy. I felt like I just started getting to work. Wow. I will say, since we've been talking about focus and concentration, I do feel a little more scattered today than other days where I get to work on creative stuff. Today is a very day job heavy day, and that, I don't want to say it's draining, but it is not my ideal work. And I think that's probably what's lending itself to my attention wanting to break a little more and maybe feeling a little more drained. I mean, I don't feel drained in a bad way. I just feel not fulfilled in a creative way. We'll spin it that way. When I get to do creative stuff, I feel like I'm in it because I want to get in it real quick and I want to get as much done as possible. When it's the day job work, it is a little bit of a slog, not gonna lie. There's very little, I hate speaking in like extremes, right? There's very little room for creativity in the day job stuff I do. And today just happens to be one of those really heavy days because I had a meeting this morning, which means I have a lot of things on my checklist and to-dos that just need to happen. Also, I know they need to happen because I am not going to be streaming tomorrow because I'm going to go visit a friend who happens to be in my area. Now, this is a very special situation because she is on, I'm going to misquote it, the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm saying this like maybe you know what it's supposed to be. I didn't know what it was supposed to be until she sent me like a few videos and links and stuff. Excuse me. So apparently there are people who do this like pilgrimage, if you will. They start at the most southern tip of California, I believe. And there is a very specific trail they follow, and they will walk the entire way from the southern tip of California, or I think it's the southern tip of the U.S. in California, up through Oregon, through Washington, all the way to Canada. And it can take months. And so this is something that she is in the middle of. I think she started mid-March, I'm guessing. And she is now currently like in the Sacramento, California area, which is very doable for me to go visit and see her for just a hangout session. Originally, I had planned for her to tell me when they were in Lake Tahoe, and maybe I could walk with them for a little ways, right? But the timing, I think, is just not there. So I'm going to snag this opportunity while I can, while she's very much within driving distance. And I'm just going to go drive and see her and have some lunch and maybe walk with her for a bit. I don't know. Very excited. So yeah, not streaming tomorrow. Who knows what's going to happen this weekend? I would love to start getting to a point where I'm streaming, if not daily, at least, 4 days during the work week. See, my brain, it's crashing. 4 days during the work week and then 1 day during the weekend. So 5 days a week. That's the goal, because outside of streaming, I'm usually working on creative stuff every day. I wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. some days, and I'll have my coffee and then I just get straight to work, whether that's day job or creative. I do it. until about 4 p.m. my time. And then I have to break away because I am the person who makes the dinner usually, or there's something that needs to be done. I need to run an errand. I need to clean the house. And then I purposely try being the keyword family to not be on my computer once dinner has happened, because then I can spend time with the family, whatever that looks like. Do I always do that? No. I mean, there's deadlines, there's things, all the work that I do, my day job and creative, has a lot of like rotating deadlines and things. So sometimes I do have to work in the evenings. If my husband is at work on a graveyard shift, then usually after I eat dinner, if my son is not home and I'm by myself, I log back on and I'm on until I'm ready to go to bed. So that sounds pretty extreme, I think, when I say it out loud. But it's all fun stuff and it's all energizing stuff that I do. I wouldn't do it. I don't think I would do that if I was doing day job work only. It has to be the creative stuff, the fulfilling stuff, the stuff that fills my bucket. So again, not saying that anybody else has to be doing what I'm doing, but if I am writing that much or working on creative stuff that much, I should be able to stream. I think it's a very doable goal to get to 4 to 5 days a week. Even if that means maybe it is only 2 hours, like sprints. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think that's it for now. My brain is scattered. I thought I had a thing I was gonna share with you for the end, but I don't. No. Oh my gosh. It's like my brain has just shut off. It's time. I think I need to eat that's what I need to do. Boy, timing this around eating is going to be tricky if this is my normal. I don't know. Tell me, folks. Tell me, chat. Like, would it be weird if I had 2-hour sprints in a day? Like, if I did, because this is what ends up happening. It's usually like 9 or 10, sometimes 11 in the morning. And then come a couple hours, I'm hungry because it's lunchtime. But I don't want to eat on stream. But the second I'm done eating, I'm ready to get back to it. And I have a good another couple hours. Would it be weird to do 2-hour sprints on the days when I'm streaming? My gut is telling me no, that wouldn't be a problem. So maybe that's the solution. Because I'm kind of crashing right now. But guess what? The second I'm done eating, which is going to be, it's going to take me all of 15 minutes, I'm going to be ready to go. And I'm going to wish I had my community with me while I was working. The conundrum. All right. I'm going to think on this after I've had brain food. So I hope y'all have a lovely day. I'm going to end on my little TTRPG cruise video, just in case you haven't seen it yet and you are still here. And I hope y'all have a great day. I'm not going to see you tomorrow, but I will hopefully see you sometime this weekend. Have a great day.